All right. Welcome to Ulon.Life. You guys, at home know that this is our finale. This is the season finale here. And, we wanted to bring you something hot, something special. I actually have a close friend who's going to be, going live with me tonight as my co-host. But, of course, he's going to perform first. I want to say much love to my beautiful co-host, Cynthia, who is away with a business, family affair function right now. We love you, sis. So, without further ado, and then we're going to get off into everything. You guys can still, reach out on my live. I love you guys, and on both lines, and of course TV people at home, you can call on in. Without further ado, let's get ready to get it cracking. This next artist right here is the founder of a movement and an organization called Poet. He's been doing this a long time. We go way back like Chinese jumping jacks, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So I just want to say, man, without further ado, Chicago's legendary, the one, the only, Blaq Ice.
Chicago. Already over 1,000 people shot this year. Do your math, it's more than double the days there are in a year mothers fear their babies not making it home from school.
Okay.
Unemployed brothers ain't got time to look for a job, but got time to be on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Come on.
Acting a fool. And these gangs out here ain't following no rules. They ain't got no structure, but they knew exactly what they were doing.
Come on.
When they denied parole for Jeff Ford and Larry Hoover.
Okay, come on.
See, there's an old saying, cut off the head and the body would fall. Let this be a lesson to all y'all, and I'm a part of some of these Chicago rappers who boast to the world on how their lyrics be so cold.
Come on.
And some of them get right on stage and talk about how God saved their soul. But won't get out here and go to none of these schools or none of these streets to even try to save just one soul.
Come on.
And the church?
Okay.
If you really dare to help save lives, then let me make a proposal.
Come on.
If the church you attend ain't involved in community affairs to help save lives, then stop paying your tithes. And as for the Black Lives Matter movement,
Oh, snooker.
you didn't think I was going to let you off the hook, did you?
Come on.
I believe that Black Lives Matter, but when a Black Lives going to matter to black people? March in the hood like you do downtown.
What?
Shut down some of these gas stations and liquor stores that have become breeding grounds for our babies to get shot down like you do those businesses on Black Friday downtown Chicago.
Go.
Already over 1,000 people shot this year.
What?
And we all have a responsibility to come out of the nightclub and get in these streets. Get off of your social media soapbox and get in these streets. Come out of the four walls of the church and get in these streets.
Come on.
See, we all like to talk the talk, and we love for our voices to be heard. But when are you going to realize that it's your actions that speaks louder than your words? Chicago.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, baby.
Yes, sir.
Woo! Okay, y'all know this the original Method Man and Redman of Chicago. Putting it down. No, we got years in this game, and it is really a pleasure, to have my boy, on the show tonight, season finale, because all that we've been through. Man, let's jump right off into it. So,
Yes.
Blaq Ice, man. You know what I'm saying?
And let's get the spelling correct before we even get into the show.
Okay.
So it's BLAQ. Believe in the Lord and ask questions. BLAQICE. Intelligent, creative, and extraordinary.
Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Bam, gotta pop it off for that. Look, man, you already know how long we've been doing this thing, right?
Yes.
And I remember before I even went to the joint, like I said, we've been doing this for a long time. When I was in the game, doing my thing, and you were starting off and with the, the old originals back then, you know what I'm saying, the Frank Pete's and, just having all these, we was babies in it, you know what I'm saying, doing all things, starting off meaning babies. And I remember saying, man, because we both had different spots.
Right.
If I had I remember having a glass house on 79th at one time. I was wild with it because I really wanted to bring this creative energy force to the hood, so to speak.
Yes.
Because a lot of people, back then, spoken word was, I ain't gonna say bougie, but it was just different, a different class. And so when people came out from the streets, it was unique.
And it's like if you wasn't talking about the revolution,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Or if you didn't have the dreadlocks,
right,
or the incense and the oils, and you know what I'm saying?
I remember having that one piece, right? I used to come out with about how if you talking like this, or how you talk about, because I felt like it ain't about that. We bring in the streets, and that's when me and Red Storm and Odyssey, we came with a different style, just the street stuff. You know what I'm saying? So. Kudos, man. Love to all the founders, man. This is an original, man, OG of spoken word right here.
Thank you, brother.
So, Definitely. Getting into it, I want to ask, why Poet? How did Poet start?
So
You know what I'm
Poet started in 1990.
Which is right there on the shirt.
Which is right here on the shirt.
Yeah.
Poet started in 1990.
Yeah.
So I got to give a big up and mentor to, big ups to my mentor, Sax Preacher.
Okay.
In 1988, he became my manager. I became a part of Toma Production, Temple of Mercy Association Production.
Okay.
And I'm only emulating the things that I saw my mentors do.
Right.
So he would take all the entertainers and we would go into the parks and we would feed the hungry and clothe the poor. And we would do things with our music and we would do things with our art. And I'm only emulating the things that I saw the people before me that come before. I'm standing on their shoulders.
Right.
So when I came out of high school in 1990, Simeon Wolverine for life,
for
Blue
life.
and Gold.
Okay.
So I started Poet, People of Extraordinary Talent. And then I began to go and get my mentors.
Right.
And say, hey, why don't you come and work for me and perform? And I became a vendor with the Board of Education. And the Board of Education would actually pay me to come in and do edutainment programs.
So you took it to another level.
Took it to another level.
That's what's
And,
up.
you know, always give an opportunity to those who came before me and to those who I was able to see real talent inside of, you know.
Well, real quick, B, because I know a lot of people, you know, we've been putting off a lot of callers. I do want to answer the line, at least one caller real quick, you know what I'm saying, just to see what's going on and get some feedback. Caller, you are on the line right now with Ulon.Life and my boy Blaq Ice. Caller, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, yes, okay. We can hear a caller right now. Now, you guys at home on the lives, you might not be able to hear it as well as we do, but go ahead, caller. We can hear it perfect here.
Yes. Okay, you can hear me?
Yes. We definitely can hear you. We were just talking about our live, Queen. Go ahead.
Okay, I just wanted to make a comment to the gentleman that just did the poet. I thought she was preaching until he said the poet. I
Right now, I don't know if y'all can hear, but she said she thought you was what?
Preaching.
Baby. You know.
Until he said I was a poet. But thank you for that, though, sister. I appreciate that.
Yes, so much. We appreciate the love, Queen. Thank you so much. And I want to keep the phone lines, you know what I'm saying, open. If you do want to call, we're going to wait till some of our people call. Usually when it's over 20, we'll take one. And I know the phone lines are blowing up. Much love to my boy Mike back there. We got a behind-the-scenes guy. Mike, man, be showing us so much love, man. He's always on point. So, B, you know, getting right along to it.
Yes.
Tell us more about Poet now. So when you did, okay, so you started Poet.
Yes.
And how did it pick up so fast? How did it get to where it's at now?
So what happened was, when I started Poet, I only thought about the south side of Chicago, going to the schools that were on the south side of Chicago. So for the first maybe 15 years, I was the only Poet member in Poet. And then when I came on the poetry scene in Chicago in 1990, I was running for political office at the time. I was running for alderman of the 17th
almost
ward.
got it.
Almost got it. Came
Man,
in second
close,
place.
yeah, real close.
And when I didn't win, I discovered spoken word during the time I was running. My son's mother took me to a Strawberry Taylor poetry set.
Okay.
And this was my first
And
time being
R.I.P. to
exposed.
Strawberry Taylor, because
Yes.
she recently, you know what I'm saying,
Made a transition. Yes.
So we love her to death. Much love to Strawberry. Go ahead.
That's right, and I always acknowledge her with being the first one that really I was exposed to spoken word.
Right.
So I began to host different sets at the Buzz Cafe and Laristos too,
Right,
and
Laristos too, remember that?
you know, different things. So I saw so many poets that were out there that were yearning to be a part of something. So I said, man, let me go back and dive into what my mentor taught me. Organize these artists so that we can take this art and go into the community and feed the people mentally, spiritually, and through the art. And so that's how Poet came into existence. So now, how did it spread from Chicago? Social media. When people saw the videos of us going into the schools, feeding the hungry, going into the homeless shelters, they said, man, we want to do that in our city, in our state. I said, well, hey, let's start and develop a chapter where you are. So today, Poet is just not a South Side of Chicago thing.
Don't tell her where it's at.
Poet is a state of Illinois thing. We got chapters in Wisconsin. We got members in Indiana. We're in Las Vegas. We're in Hobima, Alberta, Canada. We're in Ghana, Africa. We're in Jamaica. We're in the UK. And we're all throughout the United States.
Running out of West, man.
Man, we all throughout the United States. So I thank God for that.
Right, exactly. You know, I remember coming home, and I remember telling you before I go, man, you got to keep, you know, don't worry about the haters. Remember I say that. Don't worry about all the naysayers.
And there was a lot of them.
Yeah, always. You know, whenever you're doing something real or positive, it's always going to be those who, you know, critique. Because they remember when you was just starting.
Right.
So that's
Right.
how they remember. They
Right.
they don't see the vision that you see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So once you got the ball rolling, then everybody want to jump on board now. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And so and I can tell you that when he said he has chapters in all them places, he has chapters in all them places because I've actually seen it.
Right.
I've seen the place. I've seen the picture, and I know poets that have gone on those trips and have come back.
Yes.
And but all in my inbox, like, man, you need to do, you woo this, and Blaq Ice, and you need to do this, and y'all still woo woo. You know what I'm saying? So it's been love. You know what I'm saying? I get a lot of feedback, from you. All right, let's keep it moving. So. You know what I'm finna get into, man. I gotta go there real quick, man. The queen. You know what I'm saying? So, luckily, this man right here, you know what I'm saying, who was always, man, on the go doing this thing. I thought, you never, have a chance to settle down because
Yes.
you're so busy. But you found somebody that's as busy as you, that saw the vision, that can just add to the flame. You know
That's
what
right.
I'm saying? So, why don't you introduce your wife, even though she's not here, just to
Yes.
show love? Because I know she has really, truly, from what I've seen, because remember, I was there on the journey, I saw her really help the cause.
Absolutely.
And that's a beautiful thing.
And that was a beautiful thing. My wife is Blaq Ice's, Toy Ann
So,
McCray.
right, so Blaq Ice and Blaq Ices, y'all
Blaq
peep that,
Ices,
right?
that's right.
Isis.
That's right.
Blaq Ices, okay.
So, it was beautiful to meet someone who had just as much
Y'all
passion.
queens know I'm looking for Isis too, y'all. Know that. I need my Isis. Go ahead.
It was beautiful to meet someone who had just as much passion as I had for the community.
Exactly, right.
And that was one of the biggest things that I was looking for when I was looking for someone. But it was crazy because at the time we met, I wasn't looking for anybody.
Exactly.
As you know,
Right.
I lost my 15-year-old son to cancer.
Y'all hear that? Because it's very important. This
Yeah.
is one of the things that actually helped build Blaq Ice because I know him personally. And it's like a touchy gray area, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we try not to mention it, but it does need his props because he need his props, you know what I'm saying? But Blaq Ice did lose his son, and I remember that whole era, you know what I'm saying? And so, it's a while back, but you built from it.
Yep.
And you became strong, and I love you for
Well,
that.
I had two choices at that time. I had a chance or an opportunity to give up, just roll up in a ball and just give up on this gift that God had given me, or use my son's death to bring life to other children that I would go out there and mentor to.
Right.
So I chose the latter, and in that journey, again, I met my wife, but at the time I wasn't looking to get into a relationship because I was still healing from that loss and from that hurt and that pain, and I felt like it wouldn't be fair to enter into a relationship with someone not even having a whole heart at the time.
Right.
But during the process of time, my heart had healed, and we decided, after being together and her being in my life for so long, to take things to the next level and to the next step, and I thank God for her.
Man, that's what's up, man. That's a beautiful thing. I want to say, and there's a, I've heard the pieces, you know what I'm saying? Bobby has some really beautiful pieces for her son. Now, I want to shift this just a little bit. I also want to give props to Poet for just being like Ulon. I mean, these are two really strong franchises that do things for the community.
Yes.
So it's very important that people plug in with not just Ulon, but with all the different organizations. As you know, I always bring on somebody, each week that's doing something positive that you guys can actually touch out and reach and meet.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? These brothers and sisters. Blaq, can you please tell people how to get in touch with you and the Poet movement? Because I want people at home to know if you're not doing anything this summer, there's always something for you to do, whether it be, these outside activities. My other boy has things, fathers, with their sons and daughters. Blaq Ice has Poet. I mean, there's so many different things going on. My boy T.R.'s Violence Interrupters. So how can Poet be reached? Because I do want you guys to follow and stay in tune. I'm going to put it on Ulon.Life, the website as well.
So I'm going to say this first. Every year I throw a National Poetry Fest, and that's where all the poetry organizations have an opportunity to come together in peace and in unity and to do something for the community, and it is absolutely free. You heard about the house picnic? Well, we got the National Poetry Fest and the Legends of Chicago Hip Hop Reunion, and that is Saturday, July the 6th. It's going to be at Hayes Park, and that's on 84th Street, 2 blocks east of Kedzie. Okay. So I'm asking all of you all to come out with us. Ulon, Poet, Solid Souls, At Ease, and several other spoken word poetry groups, not just in Chicago, but all over the country. So come and join us. But if you want to reach out to Poet, go on our website, iampoet.org. I'm going to say that again. IamPoet.org and BlaqIce.com. And remember, Blaq is spelled B-L-A-Q. So BlaqIce.com. So you can reach out to us, go on the website, and leave us a message on there. And then we'll get back to you and let us join forces with one another to try to help heal our city.
That's right. That's right. And now, are there any numbers? Is there any way they can contact you if they have any questions or anything like that?
Yes. And we are open for membership. So if you're interested in being a part of the Poet organization, you can reach out to me at 312-719-73. Member of People of Extraordinary Talent.
Say it again. What does POET stand for?
You don't have to be a poet in order to be a member of People of Extraordinary Talent.
POET. Look at that.
All right.
That's what's up. That's a beautiful thing. You got a synonym for everything.
Man, you know me, man.
You know what I'm saying? This is what they break it down. That's what's up. So, okay, we're moving right along because we're gonna wrap up in a minute. Because this half hour go fast. You know,
man, it do.
It's a long time when you ain't got nothing to say. You be like, but when you talking, it really moves. My live man, I love you guys. If anyone got any questions, you can call us at 312-738-1060. Again, at home, 312-738-1060. This is live right now. You guys can call with questions, comments, anything. But right now we're almost at like 18 calls. We hit the 20 mark and we'll take a call. So again, 312-738-1060. We got it set up. Need 2 more callers. So listen up, guys. I want everybody to know this. I remember, back in the day, coming to I had a spot at the on Western. Not the Big Horse. That's one I had in Milwaukee. What was it? Xavier's.
Okay.
Xavier's. And I promise you, I had to been the only person that could pull this off. I had all the poets in one room. It was just like phenomenal. It was more poets in that room than there was people. You know what I'm saying? Literally, there was every single. I mean, you name it. I had from Kahari B,
Elena Love,
Brett Storm. What was the brother Malik Youssef? You know what I'm saying? I mean, the list goes on. And then all the new up and comers. Remember, what's his name? The guy with Poet.
Word, was it Word or
not Word?
He wasn't on the scene.
The one who
Brother O.
Guy, Brother O was there. But with the white guy. Double G was starting off. Everybody was starting off.
That's right.
2647.
That's right.
So, everybody was starting off, man, and it was just amazing, you know what I'm saying?
And it's a beautiful thing, man, that you could set a platform, for poets, number one, to express themselves, but number two, to come together on. And that was very important, you know what I'm saying? Especially in Chicago, with what we're experiencing with this gun violence, and we got to find a way to channel that energy and that power together. And I want to thank you, brother, for all that you have done.
I appreciate it, man.
Ulon. For life.
For life, baby. You already know. And it's amazing because, the more I go and do this, the bigger the connects get out of town. I get calls from like Canada, New York, Philly, Baltimore, Miami, Detroit, saying, man, how can I be a part of you? Like, what you got going? Because it's seen global now. And I never thought, it was branched out that big because we're still branching out in Chicago.
Right.
But it just makes noise in other places because guess what? People come here and they hear about or they see a documentary.
Right.
They see something about Cabrini or 63rd or, South Shore. We put all these videos together and then bam, we get these calls. Okay, so real quick, now let's jump back on Poet real quick because today is your night. And I'm honored, to have my boy who, I remember we was coming up and it was just like amazing to me because I remember all these hole in the walls we had.
And this is real right here. This ain't no, hey, I'm hosting a TV show, you just a guest. We boys for real in real life.
Like real, because and then we, we done been through stuff too. On, both sides of the fence, Right. I remember when I first came home and I needed you, Johnny on the spot. When you needed something, Johnny on the spot, good or bad. Y'all know how we get down. So this is the real deal. And don't think he's doing it. He's literally on business right now, doing his phone. It's we always moving ahead. So B, I want to say something too. So as Poet started growing, right, and it got bigger and bigger, and you have to let's keep it real now. You know what I'm saying? We talking, we showing the audience what's up. Let's keep it real. As Poet got bigger, what are your future aspirations? I know you think that you're really in a good place right now, but what would I'm not gonna say the normal question, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? But let's say realistically, what do you want Poet to become in a perfect world? What would it actually become?
Well, the whole thing is about saving lives. You know, if we can continue to do the work that we've been doing, going into the schools, mentoring the youth, feeding the hungry, clothing the poor, and you know me, I've been moving towards a spiritual direction.
Yes.
So the way I go is the way that Poet actually goes also as well, being the leader and founder of the organization. But the whole key and the sum of it all is to eventually get a building, a center for the arts, where it can be a safe haven for children when they get out of school. We can teach them how to express themselves through art, which is what we're currently doing in the school system, and offer so many services and you know, continue our relationship with Ulon. This brother's doing well, helping people to get back into the community once they get out of prison, and this is what it's all about, man. Serving the community. We don't know how long we're going to be here on this earth, but we have to make the most use of the time that we have while we are here. And that's what it's all about for me.
Man, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Perfectly said, man. That's what's up. Real quick, too, we're going to do a quick little shout-out moments. Who would you like to thank along the way? Period. Oh, by the way, I see a beautiful queen back there. Who do we have today with you?
That's my BFF back there. That's Bridget Maxwell. She's the owner of Beauty Salon.
Yes, a beauty salon. You can come back to the side and whisper in his ear the actual name, you know what I'm saying, if you want.
Right. Total Look Beauty Salon. She's the owner of Total Look Beauty Salon.
Total Look Beauty Salon. Give her a shout out. Okay.
And she was really there for me when my son passed away. You know what I'm saying? But even before that, we grew up in the same community. But just to have somebody that you know got your back, I'll call and say, hey, I got to do this. Come on, I want you to go with me. She right there, you know what I'm saying? And it's always like that. But man, it's just wonderful, man, to be here. I want to thank God, first of all, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Yes.
His son, Jesus. I want to thank my wife, Blaq Ice.
Yes, Blaq Ice.
I want to thank definitely my spiritual family, Israel of God, Team Truth Hour, and the various other spiritual families that I have. Poet, of course. Legends of Chicago, Hip Hop, Chicago's very own All-Stars. And I definitely want to thank my family, the Hawthorne Anthony McCrae family, and each and every one of you who support Blaq Ice. And my SCIU family. They strong for me too, my SCIU family. And plus each and every one of you who support the movement of what I do, whether it's the morning drive in the morning at 6 o'clock in the morning, or the 10 to 12 events that I perform at a month. You know what I mean? It's a strenuous schedule.
It's amazing.
But I asked God for it. He gave it to me.
I remember one time this brother had like 100 chairs in my garage.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm talking about wherever he goes.
I rent chairs too, y'all.
Yeah, we do it all, man. Once the shoes wise, we do that too. You know, no, but for real though, I mean, he has these different events. So you know, one day I had a big event in my house. I think it was one of my birthday parties or something. But he dropped off like 100 chairs. I was holding on to it forever. I'm like, man, you gonna come get your chairs, man. But on some real stuff, man, I want to shout out, man, Dariel, you know what I'm saying? You know what's cracking. PK the Poet is in Chicago right now. I don't know if y'all know who PK the Poet is, man, one of Arizona's hottest rappers. And he happens to be my son as well. He's in Chicago right now.
Yes.
He's doing tours. I know he's coming here to work on his new album. Get some new music. So any producers out there, get at me. 312-834-8020. We have some of the hottest producers getting ready to get on this album that everybody knows in Chicago. Gonna hold that a little secret right now. But yeah, so PK the Poet, much love. Got my son in the house, man. Rob, you know, we call him Bang Julio. Don Julio in the house as well. And of course, you know what I'm saying, the love. Go ahead and introduce your friend again.
Come on up in here, Bridget. Come on up in here. We got Bridget Maxwell from Total Look Beauty Salon in the building.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to her spot real quick. You know what I'm saying? And of course, my boy Mike. Much love to Omari, because Omari, you know what I'm saying, couldn't make it. You know what I'm saying? Omari's somewhere doing this thing. I think he's still on vacation. Come back here real quick, Queen.
We supporting businesses. We supporting black-owned businesses, small businesses.
Kneel down right here, get in the middle. Can you please tell people about your spot real quick?
Yes, I'm the owner of the Total Look Beauty Salon. I've been in business for 17 years.
Yes.
17 years.
The Auburn
Sister
Gresham community, which is located on 7849 South Loomis.
Okay.
But I just recently relocated, so I'm on 9233 South Burley on the east side of Chicago.
Right. And what is Burley by?
Burley is by Commercial.
Commercial, so east. So east, y'all, you know, I know Commercial, kind of near the lake.
And I'm servicing
and how can I get in contact with you? Give me a number.
So my contact is, you can look me up on Instagram, which is the Total Look Beauty Salon. Facebook, Total Look, Beauty Salon. And you can also, I'm under my name, Bridget Maxwell, if you want to just follow me.
And what kind of stuff do you do at your place? Tell these sisters out here, what do you do?
I specialize in short hair, colored hair, natural hair, sew-in. I do it all.
Okay.
I do it all.
Okay, and that's what's up. And you can
growing hair.
Give your number again. One more again, please.
So my number is to contact me is 773 224 4485.
Okay, and we support ours. Thank you so much, Queen.
Thank you.
All right, God bless. Give it up for her again, y'all.
Yes.
All right. So just wanted to say real quick, Ulon.Life, this is our season finale. We will be back on. We have a lot of things lined up, so make sure that you get in touch with us, 312-834-8020, or you can go to Ulon.Life. Just go to the website and leave a message. We'll have stuff that Blaq Ice has coming up with Poet, as well as every guest that has been on the show this season. We will be back on air in 90 days. So just go. It's it's just like regular TV. We go off for a season, we're on for a season. So we're going to have our season premiere come up. And if you'd like to be on Ulon.Life to talk about your business or anything that you have that's positive in the hood or political, if you're running for any office, you got anything going on, you got something positive you want to talk about, we welcome you on the show because we're showing Chicago. This is underground. We're like a main known underground. Can TV has outlasted everybody. I remember when they was on Green Street.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, real quick again, man, Blaq, we've been through everything. And again, it's a pleasure, to be out here with you. I appreciate you coming through, for this last show. You know what I'm saying? You know how we do. And again, all y'all, man, I love y'all. And remember, 312-834-8020. You can reach us on Ulon.Life. Want to, give a special shout out again to PK the Poet, who's in town, my other son Pierre, who's actually hosting him, so brothers can get up together. And much love to my boy Cozy, and of course Shanira, and all the people that make up Ulon. Citywide, everybody who calls in. I love y'all, man. And again, each one teach one, and don't stop there. Holla back. See you next season.